Good afternoon, respected principal sir, teachers, and all dear parents. Today, we are having one small webinar on the topic of National Education Policy, which was implemented from last year, 2020. And to begin with, first, I would like to call our principal sir to say a few words regarding it. Principal sir.
Very good afternoon to all students, parents, and all teachers. Very important day for all of us because we are going to organized webinar on National Education Policy 2020. राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 के ऊपर आज केंद्रीय विद्यालय लुंगलई की तरफ से इस वर्चुअल मोड में इस वेबिनार को ऑर्गेनाइज किया जा रहा है। इसके माध्यम से हम आप सारे पेरेंट्स, सारे स्टूडेंट्स एंड ऑल इंटायर फैमिली ऑफ केवी लुंगलई सबको एनईपी 2020 में जो चेंजेस लाए गए हैं उससे हम सबको अवगत होना है और क्या क्या प्रोविजन दिए गए हैं नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में। इसमें एजुकेशन का क्या सिस्टम इम्प्लीमेंट होने जा रहा है, टीचर्स के लिए क्या प्रोविजंस दिए गए हैं, इन सब के बारे में आप सभी पेरेंट्स को अवगत कराया जाएगा। और मैं आशा करता हूं कि हम सभी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में जो प्रोविजंस दिए गए हैं और जिसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया जा रहा है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, उसमें हम सबका अपने स्तर पे कंट्रीब्यूशन करते हुए इस राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति को सफल बनाना है। और आप सभी पेरेंट्स, being a teachers, being a institution head, without parents cooperation, student cooperation, teacher support, no in any institutions will run. कोई भी संस्था तभी चलती है जब सबका सम्मिलित प्रयास और सबका सम्मिलित योगदान हो। तो मैं एक बार पुनः आप सभी पेरेंट्स, सभी टीचर्स और सभी बच्चों को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप सबने अपना बहुमूल्य समय निकाला और हम सब आज इस महत्वपूर्ण विषय पे डिस्कशन करेंगे। इसमें जो प्रोविजंस दिए गए हैं उससे पेरेंट्स, बच्चे, स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर्स परिचित होंगे। थैंक यू ऑल once again. Thanks to all parents, teachers and students. Okay, Kaustav sir, you can continue.
Thank you, sir. Next, to begin with, today we'll be talking about the NEP 2020 webinar, and I will take the webinar in English. If the parents are having any doubt, they can even ask me. We will give the answers in English, Hindi, and if the parents want their answers in Mizo, then Ms. Shwai is also joined in this meeting. You can ask your question in Mizo also if you want, if you're having any doubts, and Ms. Shwai will definitely give the answers to you all. So beginning with the presentation, NEP 2020. So basically NEP means National Education Policy. Many people have the misconception of thinking that it's new educational policy. Actually, it's National Education Policy. And as Barun sir said, that National Education Policy, this is the third edition. Before this, 2 times we have had this NEP published. After that, this is the third revised one. And there are some major changes which has been done in this one. So a brief discussion of these changes, which will definitely help your ward, your child, in the school period also, as well as in the college period also. So we'll be talking a few points. First is the vision. So the vision of the national education policy is to make an education system which is equitable and vibrant. Means, see, many people has this the word equitable. Many people feel it is equivalent to equal. So being equal is different. Being equal is that all the students are treated equally. That is equal. Equitable is to students are treated to their maximum potential. So all the students, their ability to cope up, their ability to understand differs from child to child, and that is equitable. So all of them are taken care of with their highest ability. So this is the first priority, first vision. Next to develop a few deep senses such as fundamental rights, duties, constitutional values. These all things which needs to be implemented in a child. The education policy, the education system will be such that these things will be integrated along as well. Instills skills, number point 3, instills skills, values, and dispositions of the supportable, responsible commitment to human rights. Means, according to human rights, sustainable development and living, global well-being, all will be truly reflected in this education system. Means, globalizing is the priority of this educational system. The other educational system which is being implemented in other countries, India is trying to match up with that. India is trying to cope up with that and try to make a globalized way of teaching. Next, the key principles. So over here are the 8 key principles of NEP. So respect for diversity and local context means all the curriculum, the pedagogy, the policies will be according to the diversity. Means India is a diverse country, everyone knows. So all the place to place, the languages may be different, the communication is different. So NEP will try to bring them all together, which is my second point. Equity and inclusion means all the things will be included, all the students, all the kinds of students, be it good level student, means good educational quality student, or students who are slowly blooming, who are taking time to study, and also the students who falls in the category of disability, the physically handicapped students, special students. All the students will come in as together and included. So equity and inclusion. Community participation means the participation of the community is also very important in this NEP. Not just the student, means the parents, the neighborhood, the society, the teachers, all have to come together in order to take this education policy forward. Use of technology will be maximized now. The use of technology, all the parents, students, teachers, all need to you all need to recognize themselves, all need to make them accessible to the technology. They should be able to use their technology properly. They should learn about it. Technology will take a big role in this education policy. Conceptual understanding will be more emphasized instead of rote learning. Earlier, students only studied the concepts, but now students will
कौस्तुभ सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
पूरा बाटी है उरे पूरा बाटी है उरे
I'm sorry for the disturbance. Actually, the light just went off in our school, because of which the internet connectivity was disconnected. We are again trying to log in. Please wait for a few minutes. Varun. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to you. So moving ahead, now some of the ensuring points which the NEP is focused on all educational levels. So bringing back the dropouts, the students who have dropped out school, who have left the school, the NEP is trying to bring them all back. Multiple pathways is open for the students so that they can travel different, they can take different career paths. Schools, building proper infrastructures and schools from the government and non-government side, both are taking place simultaneously, and we are looking for a better environment for the study for the school children. Learning outcomes will also be focused. Next, so the expected outcomes from NEP that the students, teachers, and parents, we are all expecting are that from ECCE, means early child care and education. ECCE means early child care and education, to secondary, ensuring that all of the students are getting access to education. No one should be left behind. So equity and inclusion is focused, bringing back 2 crores out of school children. So this means right now, as statistics tells that around 2 crore students are out of school, means around 2 crore childs are there who are not studying in school in this country. So NEP focuses on bringing those 2 crore students back to the school. So attending the SDG goals. Now SDG means Sustainable Development Goals. So Sustainable Development Goals of retaining all children in schools until completion of secondary education, means at least till secondary education all students should be studied, means at least all students should be studied up to class 10. That will be their focus. Now, improve quality and achievement of learning outcomes. Next is focus on 21st century skills in teaching, learning, and assessment. Means teaching, learning, and assessment, these things need to be updated, not for just the students, for the teachers also. Effective governance, separation of powers, and common norms, overcoming the language barrier in learning. Common standards for public and private school education. Transforming curricular and pedagogical structure. Now, this is very important. See, in the left side, we can see the earlier academic structure which was there. Means the black portion, the 10 years is from class 1 to class 10. The yellow portion is class 11 and 12. And the blue portion, which is not defined yet, which was not defined. Generally, in this time, before class 1, the students' early education, the preparatory nursery KG classes, those are not defined. Some students study 1 year, some students study for 3 years. After that, they get admitted in class 1. Some students directly get admitted in class 1. So these things has been systemized now. And now on the right side, we are having the current education system, which will be implemented in a few years. This is 5 years. For the first 5 years, the blue portion you can see, the first 5 years, 3 years of preschool classes will be there, which we will call Angarwadi, preschool, or Balwatika. This will be for the students of class ages 3 to 6. After that, only the student will come to class 1. So class 1 and 2 again will come under this foundational stage. So this blue portion is called foundational stage. After this, they will come. After this, there is another block of preparatory stage which consists of class 3, 4, and 5. So 3, 4, and 5 will be of this is called preparatory stage. After that comes the middle stage of again 3 years. This is class 6, 7, 8. And then the secondary stage, which will be of classes 9 to 12 of age of students of 14 to 18. So earlier it was 10 plus 2. Now it is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So this will be the education system in the new education policy. Now, these are some of the framework which needs to be done after NEP is implemented by the government. The NCF means National Curriculum Framework will be made, which will be supposed to made by this year, at the end of this year. So these are the frameworks, some of the frameworks which is being made by the government. First one is NCPFECE. Next is multifaceted framework, school preparation module, research and best practices. Now, early school childhood education means the formative years, means the first 5 years, preschool of 3 years and class 1 and 2. This will be consisting of these things which is being shown in the screen. Developing curiosity, logical thinking, art, craft, music, relationship with nature, color shapes, alphabets, teamwork, play-based and discovery-based learning, ethics, self-identity. Means all these activities will be implemented, and in a playful manner, the child will learn about it. Now, again, some of these missions which has been implemented by NEP, they are working on it, and in a few years you can see these changes in the education system. So these are some of it. You can take screenshot of this one also if you want. So national mission, foundation skills, book promotion, early learning, national repository, libraries, all these will be developed. Now, reduction in curriculum. This is very important. Now, the core essentials means the book learning, whatever content was there in the book, those will be now minimized, and only the core essentials, means only the main points will be there in the book. Rest of the things, they will be learning it through critical thinking, interactive classes, and experiential learning. You can see this train. So the core essentials of the book learning will be minimized. Activity-based learning will be increased, where the students will focus on critical thinking, discovery, discussion, analysis-based teaching, learning methods for holistic education. Interactive classes will be there, where teaching will be reduced from, it is reduced in terms of textbook, and questions from students will be promoted. And experiential learning means experiential, from experience. From experience, they will be learning things. Fun learning, creative, collaborative, and explanatory activities will be conducted by the teachers, which the students will do, and they will learn better. So in the bottom, you can see curriculum and pedagogy to be transformed by 2022. So these you can expect to print it from around 2022. Now, focus on LOs. LOs means learning objectives, competencies, and subject integration. So these are the things which will be promoted. The new education policy will be consisting of these things, and we teachers are learning these things. We are having some courses online in the Diksha app, which you are already aware of. In the Diksha app, we are also learning these courses and talking about these things, and we are learning how we will teach this to students. Mental and physical health and well-being. So the mental and physical health will also be taken care of. For this, the NEP will take care of a few things. Health checkups will be there. Reduce weight of school bags. The school bags weight has to be reduced. So there are some policies which needs to be done. Hiring counselor and school complexes. Focus on children with disability. Inclusive and caring culture at school, means teacher will be all the time with the students. And mandatory skills. See in the picture, we can see one CPR. CPR means if some students, these are the basic training to prevent healthcare. Means if some child collapses, then the student will also learn how to take care of their friends. Even the teacher also will learn about it. Next, innovative pedagogy. So again, as told earlier, these will be the things which will be implemented. Experiential learning, integrated pedagogy, promotion of peer tutoring, means students will also teach other students, because students mostly learn from their friends. So the friends will learn from each other, and similarly, the teacher will also help them out. Equal weightage, bagless days will also be there, means some days in the week will be there where the student will not have to bring their bags. Use and integration of technology. So integration of technology enable pedagogy in classes 6 to 12. Next, all textbooks to contain only essential core materials while capturing any desired nuances and supplementary material as per local context and needs. Means textbook, the content of the textbook will also be changed. Means weight will be reduced, textbook will be reduced. And also about Diksha, we have already told you, all the parents, that Diksha is a very beautiful app you can find in the Play Store, which consists of all the books without any weight. Means in the mobile or in the computer only, you can have all your books in the soft copy and you can study from there. So this will ultimately decrease the weight of the bag of your child. So states to prepare their own curriculum. So the state will also prepare their own curriculum according to the language they speak. Now, India's future and India's leadership role in upcoming fields. Now, computational thinking, mathematical thinking, and problem solving. All this inclusion of contemporary subjects in schools means all this will be implemented together in the new policy. And also the knowledge of India, focus has been there to make the knowledge of India also popular. So India's basic knowledges, which I think all the students needs to be aware of, this will be implemented in the curriculum so that all students are familiar with it. Video documentaries on inspirational luminaries of India in science and beyond. Students will give logical framework for making ethical decisions at a young age. Will be incorporated at accurate and scientific manner wherever relevant. Indian knowledge systems, including tribal knowledge and indigenous traditional ways of learning. Means all these points which are mentioned in this slide, all this will be focused on. Now, very important, the examinations. The examinations in grades 1 to 8. Now, from class 1 to 8, we are already aware that we fall under RTE. So, RTE students, RTE will be there definitely, but the focus will be in which places you see. Learning outcomes will be critical. Results of school examinations will be used to develop the process and continuous monitoring of improvement of the schooling system. Rote learning should be eradicated. Rote learning will not be there. And key stages of assessments in class 3, 5, and 8 to track achievement. Means 3, 5, 8 will be the bottom line where the students need to learn a lot. Now, reforming examinations in grades 9 to 12, including board exams. 9 to 12, including board exams. Here, board exams will be made easier compared to earlier times. Easier here means that the things which the students need to study in their exams, the study load will be less because the students have already learned them through activity based. So, and also some other models are also shown here, such as annual semester modular exams. Parak, just like Diksha, there will be another portal called Parak. We'll be talking about that later in the slides, upcoming slides. So Parak will be there, and each board shall ensure equivalence of academic standards in learners' attainments. And from the secondary section, means from class 9, 10, 11, 12, beginning with mathematics, all subjects could be offered at 2 levels. Means all the subjects, not just the core subjects of SST, English, mathematics, Sanskrit, Hindi, science. Even the subjects like physical education, art, music, all these subjects will come together at the senior levels where students can take them as their main subject, not any just miscellaneous subject. Now, transforming the culture of assessment. The culture of assessment, the assessment process which earlier the teacher used to do is taking tests, correcting their answer sheets and giving them marks. But now the assessment system will be a bit different. Now, continuous tracking of child will be done. Then board exams will be more flexible. And then assessment to focus on core concepts, higher order and foundational skills. All these things will be done. Now, AI-based software to help student progress of the students to enable them make optimal career choices. So you can see the National Testing Agency will also come into play. The National Testing Agency will also help in promoting the aptitude test, the test which is not just the study portion, but the overall development of the child is more focused on. That is the main priority. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Now, we will talk about the standard setting and accreditation. So these are not so much for the parent side. These are for the schools which they will be learning. The school's duty is going to be increased. So setting up school standards, proper school standards will be there now. Basic regulatory information will be there, which all schools need to implement, as well as to ensure schools follow certain minimal professional quality standards, developmental of school quality assessment and accreditation framework, So these are some of the framework and some laws which will be implemented from the school side. Now, very important, in NEP, not only the students are getting developed, even for the teachers, in order to become a teacher, some of the rules have been implemented. So for that, right now we are having these three things. 4-year integrated B.Ed means the minimum degree qualification for teaching that includes students teaching at local schools means means integrated 4-year integrated B.Ed means a teacher can, after class 12, if he wants to become a teacher, he can join the 4-year integrated B.Ed, where he will take a particular degree as well as the B.Ed together. Right now, teachers are having, first they do their degrees, after that they take 1-year B.Ed or 2-year B.Ed. But after similarly, but 4-year integrated B.Ed consists of the degree as well as the B.Ed together as one. And in 4 years, he will complete his B.Ed as well as the degree. Now, 2 years B.Ed for applicants with an existing bachelor degree with specialized subjects. Now, after degree, 2 years B.Ed is there. But the priority will be given in the third one, the green one. For those who have completed equivalent 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor's degree or have obtained a master degree in specialty, means after multidisciplinary, not just the degree of one particular specialized, but multidisciplinary, many subjects together they are containing, and then they are doing the degree. Those teachers will be given the priority, and after that they will be having the 1-year B.Ed, and then they are eligible to become teachers. So this is going to be gradually moved by 2030, the government is hoping, and multidisciplinary colleges and universities will be promoted more by 2030. All B.Ed programs will include training in test time techniques in pedagogy, multi-level teaching of evaluation, means teaching with disabilities, means a proper overall development should be there, which development should be there for the child, and for that we need a even better teacher to make that developed child. So teacher related learning will also be changed. Now this is one timeline. This is one timeline which NEP has thinking of. School leadership, necessary facilities will be there. Initial professional preparation of these educators and continuous professional development. Means continuous professional development is a must for all the teachers also in order to teach the students under the NEP program. So at least 50 hours of CPD for teachers based on their own interest and professional areas. Now, focus will be on socio-economically disadvantaged group. In India, we are having many disadvantaged groups. Some of these are here. Gender identities, particularly female and transgender individuals who are under the minority. According to socio-cultural identities, SC, scheduled caste, ST, scheduled tribes, of which you are all majority of scheduled tribes, OBCs and other minorities, they will be focused more. Geographical identities means students from villages, from small towns, aspirational districts, students under disabilities, learning disabilities if they're having, physical disabilities if they're having, all those will be given special focus. Even socio-economic conditions such as migrant communities, low-income households, child in vulnerable situations, victims of children or victims in trafficking, orphans, these students, even the child beggars, even the child workers, child working has been banned. Still, some of the child are under it, and those will be focused, and they will bring upon so that we all can learn together. Now, ensuring equity, so that all students are accustomed according to their study way, according to their capability. These points are focused. Free waivers, SEZs. SEZs means special education zones. Counselors, additional schools, special mechanisms, learning outcomes, means these things will be focused upon so that a child does better. And all-round development of child is focused. Now, gender. According to gender, some points are there which the child needs to learn. Safety and rights. Safety and rights all children should be aware of. KGBV. So KGBV, strengthening the extension of KGBV up to class 12. Gender sensitivity, which is very integral part of the curriculum. Gender sensitivity is something which is a very delicate topic, and teachers used to avoid this topic, but under this now all the students have to learn about it. The teachers will teach. Under school education only, these sensitive topics will also be discussed. Supporting children with special needs. So supporting children with special needs. So CWSN is children with special needs. So CWSN, for those, these 6 points are made by NEP: enabling mechanisms, regular schooling, assistive devices and orientation to parents, modules, alternative schools, certificate courses. So all these things, certificate courses means certificate courses has to be done by the teachers for us, so that we can teach the students who are under special needs. Integrating vocational education at all levels. So practice-based questions, Lok Vidya, skills framework, skill gap analysis, open distance learning mode, vocational crafts, exposing to vocational education. So ultimately the thing is that all these points should be integrated in as one, and the student, no one should left behind. That's the third priority, or no student should be left behind. All the students should be at least a minimum level of educational qualification. All students must have. So this PARAK, the full form of PARAK is Performance, Assessment, Review, and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. So this is PARAK. So under PARAK, more assessments will be there. Competency-based assessments means more assessments will be done by the teachers for the students. And the 21st century skills means the latest skills which needs to be implemented in the classroom needs to be learned by the students. The latest 21st century skills, such as computer learning, talking about internet. Latest technology is something which is not taught properly in the school line, but now they will be focused more. So under PARAK, this will be the objectives. Now, support for gifted students, with students with special talents. Some students are there who are extra talented, who are more gifted. They have the talent. So for them also special focus is given. So to encourage the gifted, talented students, we should pursue them more than just the general school curriculum. Efforts for interventions of rural areas in regional languages means some very talented students are there, but we do not get the access to them because they are staying in the rural areas, or because of their language, because of the regional language which they speak, we are not being able to communicate properly. But now the education policy will be such that all this we will get access to, and we will try to find out all the talented students from all across the country. Now, project-based clubs to be encouraged. Extensive use of technology should be encouraged, means the use of technology in these days, especially after the coronavirus pandemic, has become such an important thing that all the teachers, parents, students, all should have proper knowledge of the technology, so that their learning process is not hampered. Online and digital education. You students have done your online classes for almost 1 year now, and I think you all are familiar with it. Still, we are not being able to reach many of the students, isn't it? In the class, the attendance is very low in online classes. So by these portals, you can see in the picture, this is Diksha, which you are already aware of. I think all of you have it in your phone. And there is Swayam portal. So all these portals are there where you can find all the study materials of your subjects. If you search properly, you will find all the study materials, all the programs, all the study materials, and even some assessment programs are also there over there. So these digital platforms needs to be promoted, and we should learn how to use them. Blended learning means online, offline should be mixed. Content creation should be focused on inclusion and access. Expansion of platforms, Diksha and Swayam should be even more promoted now, so that we can do distance learning. And NEP has not just limited the things to teachers and students. Even adult education is also focused, means the adults, which because of any reason, if they have missed their education during their early times, they can now come back and do their adult education also under NEP. So these are the things which are implemented which are available for the adults to study. Online books, technology-based options, integration with HEEs, innovative initiatives, and the adult education curriculum include these 5 types of program. You can see on the right side: foundational literacy and numeracy, critical life skills, vocational skills development, basic education, continuous education. Now, the timeline. So national education policy has been implemented on, has been finalized on 2020, after which this is the timeline you can see. Right now we are under the session of 2020-2021. It will end on March, and from April will be in the session 2021 and 22. So 2021 and 22 class 9 students will be having this implementation of new curriculum and assessments. Means they will be having the access to the NEP. So the government is planning all to implement the NEP for class 9 in this session 2021-22. In the next session 22 and 23 they will be focusing on class 10. In 23 and 24 in class 11, and in 24 and 25 class 12. So after 25 and 26 all this will be done, and around after 25 and 26 we are hoping that the completely new evolution, the completely new education policy, national education policy is implemented. So by 2020 means under the national education policy, this new one, class 12 students will first encounter it in the session 2024 and 25. The new exam pattern for class 12, it will be implemented in 2024 and 25. Means those students who will reach class 9 next year, means right now the students of class 8 and below, all the students of class 8 and below, they will be experiencing the new education policy from next year, hopefully. And new board exam pattern will also be there for them. Now, another timeline picture you can see. So again, there are sessions from 2021 till 2040. So the ultimate target is C. As you can see, in 2040, policy is fully operational. Following this is comprehensive review will be undertaken. Means NEP, it takes time to implement the whole system of NEP. We suddenly cannot change the educational system like that. So it takes time. So government is hoping that till 2040, the whole NEP will be implemented and used by all the schools and universities. And by 2040, we are hoping that no one will be left behind and all students will be at least literate enough. So in the different timelines, you can see different plans by the governments and teachers. So I will not narrate them. You can take screenshot or you can read it through if you want. So the new features, some of the new features which is implemented. First implementation is preparation for schooling and elementary school level. So elementary school level will be the first priority. Means elementary school level means the first 5 years, foundational years. So over this, the following points will be focused on. Next is the school infrastructure and resources. School infrastructure resources special education zones will be there. Utilize unused capacity of schools. Even a few days ago in our school, headquarters was asking that how many classes are unutilized. So we had given data of it, and these are because of these reasons only they are asking this, because they will be utilizing these new unused classrooms. So holistic development of the student is point number 3. Means no hard separation is there between curricular, extracurricular, and co-curricular. Right now, extracurricular, co-curricular, and curricular. Under curricular comes your core subjects: SST, English, Science, Maths, Hindi, English, Sanskrit. These languages comes under your curricular. And the sports, our sports teacher, your WE teacher, art teacher, music teacher, all these teachers are coming under the co-curricular or extracurricular. But now there will be no separation. All these will come together and the curriculum will be integrated. It means all this will come together. Art, science, sports, vocation, crafts, art, music, all will come together. And this will be your integrated curriculum. Innovative pedagogies will be there. New teaching methods will be learned first by the teachers and they will implement it on the students. So holistic report card will be there. Even the report card which you are receiving now after completing your class standard, the report card will be holistic. Over there will not just be marks of your subjects. There will be marks for all the subjects, not just your main subjects. So there, I am right now calling it as your main subject, but later on there will be no main subject. All subjects will be equal. Now, next point, inclusivity. So inclusivity means all the subjects will come together. All the type of children will come together: gifted children, disabled children, children in the lower classes, children in the remote backgrounds, all will come together. So this is the inclusivity, means we will include all of the students, teachers, and even parents. And parent contribution is also necessary in this. means the parents will also have a major role to play in order for NEP to work. Will be done. Curriculum and pedagogical framework, new framework will be there, as we have already discussed in +3+3+4. Reduction in core concepts means this is just a summary which we have learned earlier in the earlier slides. This is just a summary. IT will be more, means technology will be more. Teachers recruitment and education, even the teacher who are getting recruited as a teacher in the schools and colleges, their qualification will be also changed. Now 4-year integrated B.Ed will be required by 2030. And the teacher will also have to complete the TET. Right now, CTET is for primary teachers priorly. Now, in order to become a teacher, all of them has to give TET. So then the NTA test this, take the exams. So the is also getting teacher and students and even parents all have to work together to become a success. So even the government is also coming. State government is given much more responsibility now from the central government. Ministry of Human Resources and Development is there. Central Board of Education is there. So all these will come together. So ultimately, what it means that all the students, teachers, parents, government, everyone has to come together in order to be a successful one, so that all students can students citizen capable of doing all the things. So this is, I hope you have learned a bit about the new education policy and all the changes which has been done in this policy. And I hope now that because this NEP is not for students, it's for adults as well. So parents also have along with the children, along with yours. So it is very important. As even in our school also, you see that the teacher is associated with the student only for 6 hours or 7 hours. But the rest of the 18, 17 hours is the child is with me. So the parents also have to play a very major role in order to condition your whole child. Even this Corona period, even 6 or 7 hours was also taken away from the child, and we have to deal with you online. So hopefully this NEP has taught a few things which the teachers and the students and parents will all come together and implement it. And if that's all from the presentation side, if any doubt or any questions you want to ask, you can in Mizo, Hindi or English here to answer. If there is no questions, then we can move forward. From the parent side, student side, if there is any queries, you can ask. Otherwise, in 1-2 minutes, we are going to conclude this meeting.
Zo du te in the shot cam lo le zo du chuan han zo tu la. Sir, I think you can conclude the meeting since there is no question from parents' side.
Okay. Big thanks to all parents, teachers, students for giving your time for this special webinar on National Education Policy. We hope all we will work together for successful implementation of this education system, NEP 2020. So really, this is very nice webinar organized by Kendriya Vidyalaya Lunglei for all parents, teachers, students. We learned many things, and as Sir Kostav explained every points in very nice way. Thanks. I'm giving thanks to Sir and all parents and teachers. Thank you very much to all. Now you can left from here.